Hello, I'm Omideyi, back with Christian Weekly News after our summer break. It's been called the greatest show on earth, and some of its most successful players have unequivocally pointed to the source of their strength. Several of the world's greatest athletes, some Olympic champions, have publicly thanked and attributed their success at this summer's Olympics in Rio to God. Wade van Niekerk won the Olympic gold medal in the 400 metres race and broke the 17-year-old world record. In his interview immediately after the race, he told the BBC and the world, "The only thing I can do right now is give God praise. I went on my knees every day and asked the Lord to take care of me." He had written on his running shoes, "Jesus, I'm all yours, use me." Another premier athlete, Christian Taylor, also a committed Christian, won gold in the triple jump in Rio and previously told Passion for Sport that his Christian faith is absolutely the foundation of his life. American divers David Boudier and Still Johnson celebrated their silver medals by declaring to reporters, "We both know our identity is in Christ." In other news, in a victory for freedom and the family, the Supreme Court has ruled that the intrusive named person scheme, which would provide every child in Scotland with an appointed state guardian, is unlawful. Under the scheme, the nominated individual would have been given access to the child's confidential records and be expected to report any concerns to the police. The plans raised widespread concern about state control and interference with parental responsibility for their children, prompting the No to Named Persons Coalition to mount a legal challenge against the scheme. Judges said last month that the plans breach the right to privacy and a family life under the European Convention of Human Rights. The Scottish Government was given 42 days to attempt a revision of the plans, which will then be brought back before the Supreme Court for scrutiny. And finally, in the wake of the recent so-called proof of life video of some of the missing Nigerian Chibok girls kidnapped by the Islamist terror group Boko Haram, the organisation World Watch Monitor reported first-hand accounts of other Christians displaced by Boko Haram who are now returning to their homes in northern Nigeria. An estimated 2 million people were displaced by the terror group, but the Nigerian government has recovered some territory and is encouraging people to return home. Church worker Isaac, not his real name, explained that many Christians did not need persuading, as many had faced pressure to convert to Islam in the internally displaced camps, or were wholly dependent on the goodwill of businessmen or other Christians. Isaac also noted the great emotional strain on the returnees, many of whom as widows and orphans experienced their loss afresh on arriving home. Boko Haram had destroyed whole communities, including homes, schools, health centres, churches, along with water pumps. Wells had been polluted by dumping corpses in them. But the desperation of the returnees is matched by their determination. Isaac reported that they are building houses with corn stalks, wood, grass and mud. Church activities have resumed, despite there being little left of the buildings. Some were rebuilt, but those who couldn't afford to gathered under trees or met in ruins of their former churches. That's all for today. I'm Omideyi, and this is Christian Weekly News.